Hello. I'm going to share something, a dynamic that we've all been, a pattern that is not optimal, that we've all been conditioned into, that all of our egos have been conditioned into. So this is something to become aware of, to look out for, for you to explore the implications of in your life as you operate from it and as you see others operate from it. You can find it in movies, and you can find it in the people you work with and in your family members, and you can find it also in the deep, in your subconscious mind, in the depths of your subconscious and your thoughts and your emotional process. And by becoming aware of this dynamic, of this pattern, then you can change it. You can do something differently rather than go into this pattern. And the pattern is when people say, uh, basically, when they have a goal and something they want to heal, and they go to war with it. So, like in work culture, you might see people say things like, "We're gonna crush it," or "We're gonna kill it," speaking about their potential clients and performance. And then in another area where this comes up a lot is with illness. Like, for example, I read a post the other day online that was someone saying, basically, the F word to cancer. So they were saying, fuck cancer. And someone else saw the post, and many people liked the post and things like that. And it shows that we're going to war, we're declaring war with things, creating enemies of things. And even in our politics, we do this with the coronavirus. We say, in the presidential debate, for example, of the United States between, the Trump and Biden, they both sides were talking about it as a war against coronavirus. And we do this in our own lives. We go to war with each other. We go to war with people that we get into conflict with. We go to war with ourselves, with the parts of us that have negative thoughts and negative emotions. We go to war with those parts of ourselves. And the language that we use that says, to make it go away, or to kill it, or to crush it, or to or fuck cancer, or all these words that we use, this language is actually a reflection or a manifestation of the subconscious ways we feel and the subconscious strategies we're using to try to get out of our pain and to try to achieve whatever goal we want to achieve. For example, healing. And uh, healing and the energy of war and enemy and fight or flight, they don't really go well together. Usually it is only once we stop trying to kill, stop trying to run away from, stop trying to destroy, stop trying to attack and compete with our problems, that we are able to actually resolve and heal our problems. And so getting out of this tendency, this mentality, is really beneficial. And it's obviously a very deeply embedded thing in our culture all around the world. And it's a byproduct of us living life a lot from the energy centers of fight or flight and survival, of stress and survival, or the root chakra energy center, where we have a tendency to simplify things, look at things in black and white and in absolutes, and basically look at life as and solutions as in a very basic way of we can either like run away from it or destroy it when we look at our problems, for example. So it's very important to transcend this dynamic, because we have very limited capacity and potential from operating in life from just the root chakra, or from these very basic, like, feed, kill strategies. And so it's vital or beneficial that we move up into our hearts and higher energy centers, at least, where we can approach these different problems, whether it's eradicating hunger and starvation, or if it's healing cancer, or if it's healing and preventing COVID. It's so important that we approach these activities from a higher energy center that actually has the wisdom, discernment, and levels of sophisticated information processing power and decision-making capacity that would actually facilitate us really resolving these situations, really resolving these dynamics. Because when we go about it from the root chakra, which is basically like just taking a big wooden bat to it, it's not optimal. We don't get the results we want. Unfortunately, we can't beat our problems away. So this is an opportunity for you in your life to start to notice when you start to use language that suggests that you're in sort of the lower energy centers of stress and survival, and see if in those moments you can bring yourself into a less attached and averse state, a state that is less afraid of abandonment and death, a state that is perhaps more spiritual and peaceful and calm, and from that, and more conscious. And from that place, from your heart, look at the problem from there. And when you do it, it might transform from a problem and into an opportunity, which is wonderful because everything can be looked at that way. Even sometimes the most painful things in life are, in a way, part of the process of creation, and opportunity. I hope this is helpful to you, and that it makes sense to you, and that it was communicated well enough that it benefits you in your life.